For instance, like one of these days, Chris will share a reel that said about, like you should hide your address if you're uh, outside of the US or whatever, you from a third world country or whatever.
Don't let that be your first card. Like, I could do it for half what American companies charge. That's a relationship built on price. When price goes up, the relationship goes away. You need to be indistinguishable from an international company like LA, San Francisco, New York. So the website looks the same. The English, the grammar, the presentation, everything looks the same. This is critical. So you may have to hide your address. That's the first thing that you probably need to know, because for some people, that's a signal like, I'm going to get a good deal out of this guy. We don't want to do that. So remove the address. Just make it look like you are just like every other company. Have a studio shot, but it's all interiors, tight crop shots. Those work really well, all that kind of stuff. So once you're on par with them, now the work is the same. They're going to call you. They're going to reach out to you because they love the work, not because of the city that you're in, not because of the discount that they expect to have. And you should not lower your price, because that's a signal that something is up, something to be suspicious about. So
I honestly don't know what is the context that I'm missing, but I think that was terrible advice. And I don't mind saying that with names and whatever, because I don't mind criticizing Christo. He doesn't mind critics. What he minds is just people talking trash behind his back or whatever. And I have no issues saying things as they are. So I totally disagree with that, because the world has changed. People are not looking. They're not looking for people in the US to have designs and that's it. They know that now we live in a globalized society where you can actually hire people from India, from Costa Rica, from any other country, and expect a high quality. Of course, if you're hiring somebody from Fiverr for $5 a logo, that's the quality you're going to get. You will be delusional thinking that you're going to get like a $20,000 value from a $5 project. So I think that it is very, I honestly had a hard time not taking that personal, not taking offense on what he said, as if it was a defect that I was from a third world country. I think it's an advantage, because I don't pay $2,000 a month of rent. And so because of that, I can charge, let's say, $6,500 for a logo, and I'd be okay with it, because I don't have to spend half of that in rent. So win for me. I mean, I'm not lacking anything. I'm lacking opportunities. Yes, it's going to be more difficult for me to do networking. Yes, it's going to be difficult for me because maybe I don't have, let's say, classmates that went to Harvard or that are working in Google or stuff like that. So yeah, it's going to take maybe more time to build those relationships. But still, I mean, it's possible. Now we have opportunities, and the quality that I can provide is very high. And I don't have a problem saying that I'm from Costa Rica. Now, here's the thing. What I understand is that there's a thing of positioning. So how do you want to be known? So do I want to be known as the Costa Rican guy that does logos? No. That's not how I want to be perceived. And I think that you don't want to be perceived as the Indian guy who designs, because it's not relevant from where are you from. So in that sense, I don't put a big flag of Costa Rica as my main banner, So it's not in one extreme. You don't want to be that blunt with the place where you are. If you're, nationalist, or you're very proud of your country or whatever, maybe that's not relevant for your business in that very positive way. But then it doesn't mean that I need to hide it. That's a whole different thing. And what he said specifically is that you should hide from your website where is that you're from. I think that's dishonest. That's just like dishonest right there. And I think that, yes, you need to be strategic about your positioning, but one thing is being strategic about that positioning. But then another thing is just being dishonest about, where are you from, and trying to hide it. I remember that when I worked at Amazon, we had to deal a lot with racism, and this came from, of course, the US. And so sometimes when we receive a call, like they would say, "Can you transfer me to somebody that can actually speak English?"
Oh my God.
And I'm like, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't know that I didn't speak English. But do you mean like somebody in the US? Yes, please. And I'm like, well, we don't have that option. So it's either me or just we're not gonna help you today. You choose. And so when they ask, like, sometimes like, where are you from? We were, and I understand this is not the same for every call center or whatever, but I think this was right for, like, Amazon did. We were not pushed to say that we are from New York. That's bullshit. Like, you're not from New York. Clearly I have an accent. Clearly I'm not from the States. So I have no issue saying, well, I'm located in Costa Rica. This is a call center that's in Costa Rica. What's the problem? There's nothing wrong with it. So I'm properly trained. I can clearly communicate with you because you're clearly understanding what I'm saying. So what is the problem? If there's a problem beyond that, that's called racism. And I just don't buy with that. So I think that if there's a client that is going to have a problem to saying, oh, you're located in Costa Rica. Oh yeah, I'm not gonna. Well, thank you for filtering yourself out at this part of the stage, because I definitely want none of your business. So if you are one of the clients that have an issue with me being in Costa Rica, well, go look somebody from the States, because I have no intentions working with you. And so that's where I think that advice is really bad, because if you need to hide that from somebody, it means that somebody might see it and might have a negative reaction. Well, so be it. So be it in the first stages, so that they filter themselves out and I don't have to deal with that kind of crap. So yeah, that's bad advice right there.
For sure. I completely agree with you on that. And I agree with the filtering part. Like, if they do not want to work with someone who is from Costa Rica or from India, then hell with it. Why do you want to work with them? I can personally guarantee that there are so many amazing people out there who doesn't care where you come from or who you are, and they just only care about the result and how good you are with them.